Godlessness is the one thing that can explain almost every ailment that society faces today. And in 2018, there were 3 mass murder shootings. Anyway, they all happened within about 3 weeks of each other, so there was a lot of attention to it. You may recall it. Fine people of the Los Angeles Times, they decided that they were going to do a study, and it was called the Violence Project, figure out what these mass murders had in common. And after a long, extensive research, they found some commonalities. They did. Each of these killers had troubled childhoods. They each had traumatic moments that just happened just before the break. And then, of course, guns. Always the access to guns. And that was their conclusion. Now, what they didn't know was it happened to be that the FBI already had done this exact same study. Now, before I tell you about this exact same study, I'll tell you a little joke. There's this guy who's looking for his keys. It's nighttime, and it's near a lamppost, and he's looking around. It's all snowy and everything, and he's looking around for his keys. And another man sees him and says, "Excuse me, sir, are you okay? Are you looking for something?" The man says, "Yes, I happen to be looking for my car keys. Actually, no, I dropped it off 2 blocks ago near my car." He says, "Well, shouldn't you be looking for your keys near your car then?" He goes, "Yeah, but this is where the light is." Right? See, the Violence Project, they wanted the light to be, it was guns. And the FBI study, they dug deeply into it, and they found almost 100% correlation. So in other words, all these mass murderers, all these serial killers, all of them had no God in their lives. It's a fact that screams at you and says, look at me, this could be an issue. But they didn't want to look at that issue. And I'm saying that most of society doesn't want you to look at the God issue.